Hi everybody, this is Lord Maim with the Insanity walkthrough for Mass Effect 3. This is the first stage, Earth, Vancouver, and for those of you returning from my Mass Effect 2 walkthrough, you'll notice that I am actually playing this one on the PS3 instead of recording it on the PC. So I am still getting used to using a controller instead of a mouse, so bear with my crappy aim. If you've played Mass Effect before, or Insanity level before, this isn't going to challenge you. Since this is the first level, it's effectively just a tutorial running you through the basic controls. You'll notice there one of the features in Mass Effect 2 that I hated. You do not need to go into cover anymore to vault a low wall, which is a feature that I'm definitely grateful for. First encounter here is just 6 husks. You'll see that they just crawl up the wall and go straight up across the roof. They don't actually engage you, so if you happen to miss one like I did there, it doesn't really matter. There'll be another 3 more, and you'll notice that you don't actually have an ammo counter at this point, so you don't have to worry about, if you're not hitting anything, you don't have to worry about losing out on the ammo. Once you climb down this ladder, there'll be an additional encounter with 4 more husks. Again, since you don't have ammo, you don't really need to worry about it. If you haven't played Mass Effect before, by the way, the husks, they're effectively like zombies. You don't really have to be too concerned with them, except in large numbers. They will, however, grapple you if they get in close, like this 4th one here will do. But a simple melee attack or strong melee attack will usually either take care of them or give you enough breathing room that you can back off and use your regular weapons. Here there'll be a short cinematic sequence after you do this little quick time event in the door. It's not really a full encounter, it's just literally you meleeing the husk till it dies. But it'll give way to this short cinematic where you're introduced to this child that will keep reappearing in flashbacks and images to Shepard over the course of the game.
You can't help me.
Shepard!
But once you're past this section, you'll go through the crumbling remains of the Alliance headquarters in Vancouver, and then come out and actually pick up ammo and have to worry about ammo management for the first time.
Reload. Let's keep moving. Come on.
One thing to make note of at this point, while we're moving to the next encounter, the Mass Effect 3 life meter will actually function a little bit differently than you're used to if you played Mass Effect 2 before. It's kind of a hybrid between Halo and Resistance, where your shield generator will regenerate all the way up to full if you're in cover or not taking damage, but your life meter, you see, is divided there into 5 separate segments. It'll only regenerate up to the partial segment that you're currently in. If you drop below that segment, it'll only regenerate up to the top of that segment. So say, for example, if you have 3.5 segments filled, it'll regenerate up to 4 if you stay out of cover, or stay in cover and don't get damaged. But to recover that last piece, you'll have to actually use a med kit. Here in the second encounter will be the first time you see cannibals. In the Mass Effect 3 mythology, these are actually Batarians that were indoctrinated early in the war. There's only 3 of them, but one thing to be aware of with cannibals is that when they are in great numbers, you'll see they'll move towards corpses and actually fortify themselves by eating the corpses and picking up pieces of them and strapping them on as additional armor. So you can use that to your advantage by picking off cannibals that are not paying attention to you and crouched over fallen corpses. Make sure to take them out, though, before they finish that armoring, otherwise they do get significantly more difficult to kill. You see, I didn't quite hit that one fast enough, and he is taking quite a bit more damage than the first one did. Even though my aim is still crappy, I'm hitting him, but it's not killing him as quickly.
What happened here?
There'll be a short cinematic where you and Anderson move the bridge, allow you to continue with the next area. You'll turn to the left, and then as you go around the corner immediately to your right will be a med kit before going into your next encounter with additional cannibals. Going into these encounters, the best thing to do is to have a look at your weapon wheel or your power radial. In the lower right-hand corner will always be a radar that will indicate the positions of any enemies that are in range. That's the best way to keep track of enemies and make sure they don't flank or surround you. The AI will not hesitate to do so in this game, so this situational awareness is the key to survival and Insanity especially. You'll notice here that this is the behavior I was talking about earlier, where a downed cannibal will actually attract other cannibals to move towards the corpse. When that one goes down, you'll see others move towards it and then crouch down either in cover near it or try to feed off of it. You can actually use this to herd cannibals into fields of fire where they can be easily taken care of. Again, this is not something that should challenge you on Insanity if you've played Insanity level before or any previous Mass Effect before. If you are finding you're having difficulty on this first level, that's a good sign that you're not ready for Insanity yet. I always recommend importing a completed Mass Effect 3 playthrough first, rather than starting fresh in Insanity on your first playthrough. Simply because not only will you gain the bonus powers that are available to any of the other companions you may have recruited in your previous playthrough, but you'll also get all of the weapons, all of the mods, and all of the levels that you've earned in your previous playthrough, making an Insanity playthrough far simpler.
Lieutenant!
You'll see there I'll pick up an M8 Avenger. If you'll notice, actually I've edited it out here with the cinematic, but in Insanity when you pick up versions of weapons that are higher than the one you currently have, in Insanity they typically start at level 5 instead of level 1, which you normally have picked up in your first level playthrough. But you'll gain all of the levels up to that point, making it a cheap way to upgrade your weapons if you hadn't already picked up that weapon or bought the upgrades for it already. You'll see here I'm making use of the cheat the corner technique that I referred to earlier. If you'd like a better example of this, check out my Mass Effect 2 Insanity walkthrough playlist. The title of the video is Cheat the Corner, and it will give you a specific example of how the third-person camera skews the trajectory of the bullets, allowing you to hit your enemy without them hitting you. It's a key technique to be used in Insanity, and will really save your ass in multiple occasions, where under normal circumstances you'd just be overrun. There's literally an infinite number of cannibals in this level. The only way to get past this level and cause it to end is actually to run out of ammunition. So if you're playing as a biotic enhanced class, like an adept, if you're using your biotics to kill these enemies, they'll continuously go on forever until such time as you run out of ammunition, and only then will the Normandy come in to end the mission. It's an easy way to farm your 5,000 kills for veteran, incidentally.
Cavalry's here, gentlemen.
And that's the end of the first of the 27 missions that you have to complete on Insanity difficulty for your Unwavering trophy. That was Earth Vancouver. Next we'll move on to Priority Mars, which will be the first real level and the first real challenge you'll have in the game, and as well the first level where you have to really manage your squad. But I will be going through all 27 missions this time in this Insanity walkthrough, covering all the strategies and all the techniques that you'll need to get through the entire game on Insanity difficulty. Check out the full Mass Effect 3 trophy guide at ps3trophies.com, which will contain all the information you need to get every trophy in the game, as well as information on certain other aspects of the game, like the Galaxy at War multiplayer, or the war assets you need to complete the game with the best ending. So until next time, for the Mass Effect 3 Insanity walkthrough, I'm Lord Maim. Thanks for watching.